Inner ear contains a complex system called vestibular apparatus. Vestibular apparatus are responsible for maintenance of body equilibrium or balance. So these vestibular apparatus includes semicircular canals 3 and otolith organs. Otolith organs includes utricle and saccule. So all these vestibular apparatus are located just above the cochlea. So utricle and saccule are meant for static balance and semicircular canals are meant for dynamic balance. We call angular acceleration. So let us discuss about the semicircular canals first and then otolith organs. There are 3 semicircular canals which are arranged at right angles to each other. So you can say this is 1, this is 2 and this is 3. So just imagine that they are arranged like X, Y and Z axis. 3 semicircular canals are arranged like that. So the basis of the semicircular canals, right, is dilated. This dilated or swollen portion of the semicircular canal is known as ampulla. It's called ampulla. So it has a projecting ridge which is called crista ampullaris. So crista ampullaris is the actual sensory part of semicircular canal. So let us take out one of the semicircular canal. This is the ampulla part of the semicircular canal. And this semicircular canal is a bony canal which is lined inside by a membranous duct. This is membranous duct. So this entire bony canal is lined with the membranous duct. This green one is a membranous duct. Now between the bony canal, there is a semicircular canal, one of the semicircular canal, and the membranous duct, here is the perilymph. This is perilymph. And entire membranous duct is filled with endolymph. This is endolymph. Everywhere is, this is the endolymph in this entire membranous duct. This whole thing is, this is an endolymph is here. Fine. Now in the ampulla of each semicircular canal, I said there is a projecting ridge. The projecting ridge is called as crista ampullaris, which is to be called as the actual sensory part of it. So what is it composed of? Crista ampullaris has several hair cells. All these are hair cells. And hair cells are provided with larger kinocilium and smaller stereocilia. So all these hair cells with larger kinocilium and smaller stereocilia, at their bases, these are the nerve fibers. All these nerve fibers will make up the branch of vestibular nerve, which is a part or a branch of the auditory nerve. Next, all these are enclosed in a gelatinous, this is all a gelatinous cap, and this gelatinous cap is called as cupula. So this entire part, this hair cells with kinocilium and stereocilia, which are enclosed in the entire cupula, together makes the crista ampullaris. This actual crista ampullaris makes the organs for the dynamic balance. So remember, crista ampullaris is meant for angular acceleration. It is for angular acceleration. It's for angular acceleration. Fine. Now how exactly this is maintained, we'll find out, we'll come back to the later. Now we'll discuss the next two things like utricle and saccule. Utricle and saccule together known as otolith organs. Otolith organs are located below the semicircular canals, and from saccule arises cochlea. Fine. Otolith organs includes your utricle and saccule. These are for linear acceleration. Otolith organs, they have a projecting ridge. The projecting ridge is macula. So the projecting ridge of semicircular canals is crista, which is called crista ampullaris. Here, the projecting ridge of otolith organs is called as macula. So, macula of utricle is for macula of utricle is responsible for your horizontal movement. And whereas macula of saccule is for vertical movement. So the balance during vertical and horizontal movement is maintained by otolith organs. That is, these are responsible for linear acceleration, or I can say that these otolith organs are meant for static balance. This is for static balance. Dynamic balance is the function of these three semicircular canals. Static balance is the function of otolith organs. Fine. Now, how is macule? Macule of both utricle and saccule, their arrangement is different, but almost all the cells and everything is same. The macule of utricle or saccule, both, they have supporting cells at the base. Now, on the top of it are present the hair cells. Hair cells are provided with longer kinocilium and short stereocilia. All these are enclosed in a gelatinous layer which is known as otolithic membrane. This is otolithic membrane. It's so called because on the top of this gelatinous fluid are present otoconia. What are otoconia? These are calcium carbonate crystals. This gelatinous membrane is with all calcium carbonate crystals which are forming otoconia. So imagine all these are the kinocilium of the hair cells. On the top of this is otoconia. Otoconia is the crystals of calcium carbonate. So that makes heavier. That makes heavier. Heavier in the sense, if this, when we are tilting to any direction, right, automatically they move it. So because of presence of this calcium carbonate crystals, which are called otoconia, so these are called otolith organs. So let us now find out how exactly these semicircular canals and otolith organs they function. This is just for your knowledge. For example, you're moving your head to right side. I'm just tilting my head to right side. For example, imagine. So when you are moving your head to right like this, so this semicircular canal, because there are three semicircular canals are present, any of the semicircular canal, you just take it. If the semicircular canal is moving in this direction, so when semicircular canal move in clockwise direction, so what all these endolymph is present, this endolymph move in opposite direction like this. Due to this movement of this endolymph apply pressure on the cupula. So due to this pressure exerted by the endolymph on cupula deflects. Like imagine cupula will be deflected like this. So due to the deflection of the cupula, the kinocilium gets deflected from stereocilia. That generates potentials in the hair cells. So all these are carried by the vestibular nerve to the brain, right? Now what happens in this? Just to make it very clear, or just to understand, one example I'll just give you. Listen, for an instance, like an example, like when you are running or when you are dancing, you cannot see any images in front of you blurred. They are very clear. Imagine you are running or you are dancing, you cannot see any object is, blurred. You see very clearly when you are, at the time when you are running or at the time when you are dancing, whatever the object that you see or any surroundings you see, they are not blurred, they are very clear. This is what is called angular acceleration or dynamic balance. That is what is maintained by the semicircular canals. Fine. Next, otoliths. I said otolith organs like utricle. The macula of utricle is for horizontal acceleration and the macula of saccule is for a vertical movement. How they maintain equilibrium? For example, you are sitting in a car. If the car suddenly accelerates, your head tilts to backwards. Are you following? If a car accelerates, your head tilts to backwards. This is, because of utricle. Utricle maintain balance. Or if the car suddenly applies brake, your head tilts to forward. This is, during this time, you're on the horizontal axis, the balance or equilibrium is maintained by utricle. And saccule is for a vertical movement. That means balance during vertical movement. If you are in an elevator, you are moving up in an elevator or you're coming down, during this time your body equilibrium is maintained by saccule. So main function of your inner ear is maintenance of equilibrium, right? So that is both static equilibrium as well as dynamic. Dynamic equilibrium is with semicircular canals and static equilibrium is called with otolith organs.